I'm sure we've all heard the legend of the impact crater, a tale that began when long ago an asteroid left its signature behind in the Earth's crust. Now, players from every corner of the map gather here for one reason: to fight to the death within the Colosseum-like walls. This is easily the most dangerous place in the entire game. Even the very toughest of players have met their fate here. So that got me thinking, would it be possible for a tiny defenseless baby dinosaur to not only survive, but to somehow grow all the way to adult, while never ever leaving the walls of Impact Crater? Every threat you've seen in this intro is in this video, including a stage where we have no health, food, or water. Can I survive my most impossible challenge yet? Let's find out. Oh yeah, and don't forget to join the Discord. Link in the description. Enjoy the video. Okay, I always fear this. Plunging headfirst into this hole as a juvenile Allosaurus was basically signing my own death sentence. Understandably, I was scared, but from this point, there would be no turning back. 10 seconds. 10 seconds is the time it took for this airborne death machine to see me. I was free food. Or at least I would have been if the Quetzalcoatlus was hungry. Oh, imagine we just got in and immediately died to that thing. Luckily, he's got business to attend to. He seemed like a formal guy, a stand-up businessman. I knew how lucky I was. My life should have been over there and then. But I couldn't let myself get too excited. While danger had introduced itself, it could only get worse. We best do some quests. I want to grow quickly. I don't want to die immediately. That would not be good. Oh, flowers. Okay. Quick. Completing quests such as this is the only way we can grow. But when instant death surrounds every single side of you, it makes focusing on collecting flowers kinda difficult. So completely overwhelmed by the situation, I took to a bush to hide. Stick to the bushes. Oh my god. And I'm very happy I did, because if these dinosaurs saw me, they could kill me in about 3 hits. Don't get involved with this, I'm running. If they see an easier meal about, they will not hesitate to go for it. What is this? I couldn't believe my luck with what I'd found. A fully grown Ceratosaurus was asleep in the bush. To find food at this early stage felt like a miracle. No way. He was sticking to the bushes too. I've not even completed a quest and I've already got food. Hunting alone as a baby dinosaur is impossible. This makes food so hard to come by. But we now had it, and our chances at survival were looking much better. Taking advantage of our situation, I completed our first quest. We did it. I'm gonna run immediately straight away back to the bush where we got our kill. And just like that, the long road to adult was underway. On the way back to the bush, I just want to say that this video took ages to make, and at times it made me want to, So don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy. Thank you, and we're back to the safety of the bush. The noises didn't stop though. Hearing the sounds of death all around my bush was just as unnerving as ever. All of my faith was placed in these branches and leaves to protect me from what would be a very violent fate. Now I couldn't quite see this at the time, and honestly, I wouldn't have wanted to. I was living in the blissful ignorance of my bush, with only the occasional harrowing screech to remind me that this place was in fact hell. And today of all days, hell was busy. Let's see what our Allosaurus thinks of all this. Oh, he doesn't care. Well, you're an idiot because now your food's gone, you're thirsty, and you're gonna have to leave the bush. Hope you enjoyed your safety while it lasted. It was then, after a drink, that I saw it for the first time. Meet Zippo, the fastest croc that the world has ever seen. You don't believe me? Well, guess who he's coming for? I just saw a capro duck under the water there. Just look at this. How is that fair? Within a second, Zippo was behind me and I hadn't even noticed yet. But when I did, I was rightfully scared. These things are deadly. These things are so bad. I'd had an awful time with capros in previous attempts of this challenge. I'd now learned that getting grabbed by a Caprosuchus was, well, fatal. There it is, I'm dead. They take you down to the water. What the hell? And drown you every single time. So as you can imagine, I wasn't exactly thrilled to be chased by one again. They're faster than me and they have more stamina than me. I'm going for the rocks. But I couldn't just give up. Even with those teeth swiping just inches behind my ankles, I kept running. My only hope was that I was somewhat more adept at traversing the steep rocky hills than a small croc. A trip, a slip, or any mistake would be costly. So of course I managed to trip and slip all in one. Although the capro is faster over flat ground, going up hills was a completely different story. And it was due to this that I bought myself some crucial seconds. I can't leave crater. I'm in the wrong place. And when Zippo finally reached the top,
Get in this gap. Hide here. Oh, I nearly fell down.
I had just about managed to scramble down into a small crevice and get myself out of sight. Bewildered, Zippo gave up and left. At first I thought I was stuck in this gap, which would have been a strange end to the challenge, but luckily there was a way down.
Oh, I can walk down here. A little bit. If you know games, this sort of cliff can just turn slidey at any point. Oh, okay. I thought the bit that I was gripping onto with my life was going to be slidey.
I had spent a lot of time up the cliff, and we now had another problem.
Ah, I need food badly.
But then I saw it.
There's something there.
The body of a dinosaur was hidden in the bushes, and I planned to sneak up. I could just about see it was guarded by other dinosaurs, but even as I tiptoed closer and closer, I couldn't see who the guards were.
I'm going to have to try and thieve from the body.
And so I got even closer, still undetected. This whole time it had been Zippo's food, but I was desperate, so I still chose to run in and try and get some food, only to find that the body was on 1% and about to despawn.
It's barely... No.
Zippo stood up, and I knew I was next.
Oh no.
This newly formed alliance emerged from the bushes behind me.
Yeah, that capro's coming for me.
And Zippo caught up fast. I ran in terror towards the hills again, but my attacker was so close behind and I knew no hills could save me. With one swift motion,
oh no,
I was back in that awful place that by now I was all too familiar with. Those same serrated jaws clenched around our poor Allo's body.
I need to get out. Come on.
And in classic Caprosuchus fashion, of course Zippo was headed for the water.
Come on.
But just as we crested the final bank, Zippo dropped me. He had exhausted his stamina just meters away from sealing my fate. And I ran as far away as I could from those murky depths.
I don't know what to do. I need to go for the hills. I thought I was dead.
Although I had a feeling that this wouldn't be the last I saw of Zippo. I'd spent a while completing quests, enough to reach our second growth stage, adolescent. The rest of my time was spent laying low around the edges of the crater, and it was now the dead of night. That's when I saw him again. I thought it best, given our history, to sit back and watch Zippo from a distance. It felt strange to be almost stalking something that could kill me so easily. At first, I had been watching for my own safety, just so I knew where to avoid. But then I saw Zippo calmly wander into a bush and lay down.
Oh my god, wait.
An idea popped into my head that I just couldn't shake.
Wait, is that yellow right there? Go.
I found myself running at Zippo as fast as I could and immediately laid my teeth into the sleeping croc.
Go, no!
My young bites hadn't been enough to kill the croc, and it stood up to chase me.
Wait, is it weak?
The safe bet would have definitely been to run, but I saw blood on the croc, so I risked staying to fight.
It could kill me in a couple hits though.
I dove in again and landed yet another bite on Zippo's blood-soaked body.
I might need to run.
Zippo was weak, but we both knew it would only take one successful grab to kill me. From the cover of a bush, I cut back unexpectedly and landed another bite on the croc. That worked so well that I tried it again, but this time,
he's gone! I can't believe it. We're free. We're actually free. I can't even eat this thing. I don't even need the food.
Our lifelong nemesis now lay under the starry canopy, motionless amongst the cold, dew-covered grass. I ate from Zippo's body when my hunger allowed. I even completed a few quests in the long time I sat with the fallen croc. Eventually, his body did despawn, so I stood up. By this point, it was early morning, and I ran up to the cliffs to plant my next move.
Okay, a few abilities. Ouch, how did that hurt so much? There we go, we're fully healed from our fall.
It took no time at all after my emergence back into the main bowl of crater to find trouble, or more accurately, for trouble to find me. I'll give you an early introduction to this duo. Meet Apollo and Drago, also known as the Journeymen, and Apollo was nearby. As still, all things considered, a very small Allosaurus, this isn't my favourite sight.
Uh-oh. Should I be worried about that? Oh, it seems like I should be.
I ran from Apollo and hoped he didn't take an interest, but this hope seemed to be in vain. I found a bush and prepared for the worst. He pretended not to have seen me, but I watched as the towering figure charged up a huge and vicious peck. I narrowly evaded, but now the chase was on. It only took a couple hits for me to realize that I was way out of my league.
I'm dead.
I watched on, completely powerless, as my health began to plummet. This was surely the end of me. If this was the boxing match that the Quets thought it was,
What is that? What's he about to do? Punch me?
then my corner would have thrown in the towel a long time ago. I was taking hit after hit. I'd done my best to dodge where possible, but my health was now so low. I was one hit from death. Then the attack just stopped.
Oh my god, wait. Does it just want stamina or does it want to... I'm so confused.
Our attacker had now been joined by his partner, and I made sure to break line of sight in the bushes. As much as I expected them to come back for me, they just never did, and I still don't know why.
Oh my god, look at my health. What, why did it stop? Did it run out of stamina? No! And then oh, I thought I was gonna die. Okay, I can stay here for a while. Why did that thing not kill me?
The journeymen continued to patrol the crater. Perhaps they were looking for me. All I knew is that I was staying put.
Oh, and now we have a Lakewood quest. Oh, I need to go to the water regardless.
I waited until the journeymen attacked something else. Then I headed out to do the quest and drink, knowing it could be a very regrettable journey. I was fully healed, but no less scared. Another stroke of luck saw the crocs leave the water. This left the pond miraculously vacant and gave me the perfect opportunity to complete my tasks. I just had to keep a close eye on the crocs.
Someone's collected all of the lakeweed. Oh, there's some here.
I was racing against their inevitable return home.
Head down, do the quest. Head down, do the quest, pray for the best.
A slip like this could have killed me.
There we go, there we go, there we go. Get out of the water, get out of the water. Go, 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 go.
Having completed another quest, I ran straight to the safety of another bush.
Oh, they're right there. Get down and stay down.
I was terrified just watching the journeymen from my hiding place.
The Sarcos are back in the pond. I did all my stuff fast enough.
Laying low and observing well may have just saved my life. I watched as others met the fate that I had so narrowly avoided. And as I continued to complete quests in as much secrecy as possible, the pattern repeated itself. Again, I observed another fate that could very easily have been mine. From across the crater near the journeymen, a ray of hope approached. Another Allosaurus walked on by. Seeing this gave me a cunning idea.
People might think we're together if we travel. That's clever. I'm not going to join you, but I will walk alongside you because people will think there's two to fight. And then I can get this growth and actually get to sub-adult. This is espionage mission. We're together, trust me. You're pretty big though. I thought we were a similar size, but we're not.
I did my very best to blend in. And to my surprise, the plan was kind of working. I settled upon the fact that we must have just accidentally improvised a sacred Allosaurus ritual. A ritual that clearly wards off all evil.
Nothing's attacking me. So I'm getting all my growth just by hanging with this guy.
I stayed by the side of this clearly magic Allosaurus for a long time. Enough time to reach sub-adult. We were now closer than ever to completing this challenge. As night fell, I was hungry, and I had a stupid and desperate plan to fix that.
I think I'm going to challenge the Rex for his food. This could go very badly.
I stood there and threatened a fully grown Tyrannosaurus Rex. This unwarranted confidence didn't buy me the death it should have. The Rex simply ripped off a chunk of meat and fed me, almost pitying me, as if imploring me to reconsider my decisions.
Okay, you know what? Fine. We may have just escaped death here. He gave me food. He was like, I'm not fighting you. You're too small, man. He's like, I don't want to do it to you.
And then an average US citizen showed me how it's done.
It's just stealing. America, that's the American way. The bald eagle just sweeps down and steals. Sure, you paid me off. You got lucky this time, gigantic Tyrannosaurus Rex.
This is where things got very bad. I had been sat AFK in the cliff tops for way too long, and now I was in serious need of food and water.
Thank goodness I can go up here. Gimme.
But that would be a huge problem.
2%. Better than nothing.
After barely getting any water, I was jumped on. The challenge was somewhat welcome, as we were getting bigger and I could fight this raptor off, and Lord knows we needed the food. I turned the tables in the fight, but the raptor was just too fast.
Come here, you rat.
And as it easily escaped me, we were left in the same awful predicament.
Oh, this is gonna be a panic to survive. I'm not confident. Yes. Any bit of water to keep me alive. Oh dear.
I could take a couple sips from the water every time it recharged, which wasn't very often. It also left us exposed and vulnerable in the center of Impact Crater, and all the time spent drinking meant we couldn't be finding food, which was just as essential. I needed to hunt something quickly.
What about the hats? Might have to be the hats, you know.
It seemed this giant Hatsagopteryx wanted to kill me just as much. In my head, this fight was make or break. Either I get myself a full stomach or I perish.
Get around the back of him, that's all we have to do.
I made a mistake and the hats landed a huge peck on my back.
Oh, that hurt.
A few more mistakes made me even weaker and the rain moved in. I had to focus on getting hit as little as possible, which was easier said than done. If I was to survive and come away with some food, I'd have to play the rest of this fight flawlessly. And despite the nerves due to my low health, I started to do just so. To my dismay, I was doing a little too well for the Hatzegopteryx, and I watched in anguish as it flew away.
Ah, he's gone. I don't like that. I don't like that. Because that's our food just escaping. We came back in that fight and it was actually possible to win it.
I'd lost any hope I had.
We're going to starve or we're going to die of thirst.
My health was low, so even with perhaps more pressing matters at hand, I tried to sit down.
I can't heal in time. What do I do on this health? I need to go and steal some food. It's last resort time, otherwise we're dead. Wait, how quick do I heal? That's not fast at all, look at that.
I realized soon enough that at this rate we would starve to death before we healed, so I had to find food. On this server, all fighting must stop 2 minutes before restart, so we had to be quick about it. This meant we had 2 minutes to kill something. It was at this moment trouble found me in a very familiar form.
Oh great.
This Capro also needed food before restart.
I need to survive this. I need to survive this.
Even before this attack, I thought our situation couldn't get any worse. Boy was I wrong.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. It knows I'm weak somehow. How do you know? How do you know?
With no food, no water, a Caprosuchus on my heels and my health decreasing by the second, how on earth could it get any worse? When I saw it, my heart sunk. There was another croc chasing me.
I'm gonna die.
I went completely silent. This situation was such a certain death that I didn't even bother giving commentary. My running and dodging was simply prolonging the inevitable. But then I remembered something. On this server, all fighting must stop 2 minutes before restart. At this point, we had to be seconds away from the 2-minute mark. If I could just keep on running and dodging. I watched as my health went lower and lower.
No, come on.
And then a wave of relief.
Oh, 2 minutes. They have to stop.
Saved by the bell. Slowly, the Capros realized what had happened.
No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. The buzzer beater.
I couldn't believe how fortunate the timing was, and as I sat down, all I felt was pure elation. Although I needed food and water just as badly, and I now had a slither of health, somehow this felt like a win. I logged back in after the server restarted, and that feeling was completely gone. Somehow I'd have to survive a busy daytime impact crater with no health, food, or water.
Is there any bodies anywhere? I'm dying. I'm dying of hunger.
Even with the crater full of some of the most dangerous dinosaurs in the entire game, it wasn't them I was about to die to.
Need a drink. 2 sips will do.
There were no corpses, and I still needed food.
Salt rock, salt rock, salt rock. That's the only thing I can eat. Where's the salt rock? Where's the salt rock? Please. Salt rock, up there.
While the salt rock would fill my hunger, it would drain my thirst dangerously quickly. But I had no other option. I was about to die.
Eat, 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 eat.
A large red figure then loomed over me. This was Clifford, the big red duck. He turns out to be a gentle giant, yet I couldn't be too sure of his intentions at the time. And so, apprehensively, I left the salt rock.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
Clifford headed toward the water with me.
Is it hunger or water? I can't tell.
It turns out I was dying of thirst, and if Clifford didn't scare me away from the salt rock, I probably wouldn't have noticed.
This isn't helping my situation at all, because I only need to go and eat salt rock again. Unless there's a body somewhere, but there's not.
Meanwhile, my apparent savior was being attacked by a Spinosaurus in the background.
Wait, we're slightly regenerating health. There's no food. I'm not regenerating health at all. I'm starving to death.
The two giants continued their brawl. This diversion could only benefit me.
More salt rock. It's the only way. Oh my god, we are moments away from death.
With basically no health and scars all over my body, I clawed at the salt rock desperately. Crater remained as busy and as dangerous as ever.
This is going to keep me alive for a little bit, but I'm going to need water in like 3 seconds. I have to eat all the salt rock though, otherwise it's just not worth it. And now I need water. Anything can one-tap me.
I thought it strange that I was able to drink in peace, but then I looked across Crater and saw that Clifford's fight was gathering a huge crowd, although I did know this couldn't last forever.
There's a croc right there. There's a little capro there.
The show that had benefited me so much came to an abrupt ending. Clifford's demise.
We're surviving off salt rock. What is happening? Will this kind of hide me? While staying kind of... Oh, there's a body there.
I had noticed the huge hunk of red meat on the floor that was now an alternative to the salt rock.
How on earth are we surviving? How are we building back up? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
All dinosaurs had headed back to the water after the fight. It looked more dangerous than ever, and I prayed that this wouldn't be my final ever trip to the pond of Impact Crater. Heading down the bank, I found that there was actually a lot of water.
5%. That is really good. Capros, gotta really watch out for them. There is a Sarco in there, which I don't like the look of at all. That's enough water. There's a Sarco.
I don't think I would have survived an attack from a Sarcosuchus. I now needed Clifford to save me for a second time.
He's not waking up. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. We're saved. Oh my god.
After eating my fill of my fallen hero, I left immediately. I cautiously passed the many dangers of Impact Crater along the way, and without being followed, I made my way up the steep cliff sides of Crater for a well-earned rest after what had seemed like an eternity of suffering.
Oh, we have a quest. That's really good.
Some time had passed atop the cliffs, and our Allosaurus finally had full health. We're also silently creeping up on our final goal, so I needed to stay alive.
Oh, there's a croc. I've seen you. You ain't sneaky.
I wanted nothing more than to complete a few quests, complete the challenge, and never ever attempt it with an Allosaurus again. This experience had brought nothing but pain, and I couldn't help but feel that there was more to come. Later, those fears came true.
Yeah, I'm not messing with you guys.
And I was the target of yet another attack.
I'm not messing with you guys. If I don't have to.
I was now so close to completing the challenge, but the group of a Megalania and a Caprosuchus could cause a huge upset. My pleas for forgiveness were in vain, as my pursuers remained resilient. I can't describe how badly I wanted to survive. I zigzagged and used my tail to fend off my attackers, but with the Megalania depositing venom with each and every bite, my stamina wouldn't allow me to do this for very long. A trail of sickening green now poured from the legs of my Allosaurus. Running for longer would do me no good, so I had to stop and fight the Megalania. I managed to deal some good damage before the Caprosuchus caught us up, and again, outnumbered, I chose to run. I wanted to take a final stand and put my back to this rocky outcrop, but then I realized.
Wait, you're on that team? Since when?
A fully grown Suchomimus had been with the pair the whole time and had just taken a little longer to catch up. This time, I definitely had to run.
Since when?
But I could only run from this deadly trio as long as my stamina allowed. If I really wanted to complete this deadly challenge, I couldn't rely on luck. I knew I had to take matters into my own hands. Now turning on the much bigger Sucho, I did just that. This final stand would be the difference between completing this challenge and dying. Our Allosaurus gushed with venom and blood as the other two now caught up, and scars began to show on our body. We were losing so much health. It was then, knowing that I was about to die, that I released a wild and desperate bite. Somehow it connected with the Megalania, and I watched in disbelief as it crumpled.
No. Oh my god.
A small electric blue form skidded across the ground before finally coming to a halt. This counted as a body down, and the fight had to stop.
Did I kill it? I killed it. I killed it. Oh my god, I killed it. What? How? What on earth? I don't even know what to say. Oh my god. Don't want to jinx it too soon, but it's looking kind of possible now. Hello, Giga. You're just questing away. You don't need anything to do with me. Oh my god.
And after I'd finished eating,
It's time to sneak away, unseen.
I had to get to the walls of Crater and stay out of sight for a while.
Head along here. Oh, there's two spinos up there. Oh, they took my hiding spot. Okay, alright, well, we can deal with this. How do we deal with this? Climb up elsewhere, where they don't expect me to be. Somewhere up here, on the flat. No one's following me. No one saw me come up here. Somehow we survived. Somehow.
Once I was fully healed, it was time.
Alright, not to alarm you, but this is the final outing from the edge of the crater. And if we can get this lakeweed quest done and survive, we've completed the challenge.
I had to be more careful than ever. Not only was I so close to completing the challenge, but Crater was full of countless apex predators. More than I'd ever seen at any stage of this challenge. Of course it would be now. Of course, when we were so close. As I approached the water, I encountered a Giga and an Acrocanthosaurus, who stood up slowly, warning me to get no closer.
All is well, sir. All is well. I'm not going to try and touch you. You sit back down. You sit right back down. So many huge things still here. Just let me complete this quest. Just let me get out of here. Okay. No messing about. Out we go, out we go, out we go.
After safely getting my growth on the outskirts of Crater, I was then offered food by a Spinosaurus. This good deed told me we were completing this challenge.
Thank you. Thank you so much. He's bringing me more.
I'd avoided trouble during my last stint of growing and we'd finally reached adult.
Yes!
I was barely even excited. I was just happy the pain was over. This was pure relief.
I can finally log off and never, ever, ever take an Allosaurus into Crater ever again.
If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe because it took a long time to make. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.